quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
Brandon, it's always nice when you get recognized with an individual award. And he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week. But when you do it in a win, so much the better.
Absolutely. And he was all talking about that win, not so much the award he received on Wednesday.
And it's a nice-looking award. I wonder if he took it home, you know, got out of the car, showed it off to the kids in the neighborhood, passed it around. Wonder what he did with it.
Think right open.
Going to the air right away, Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
A give to ETN running right.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
The numbers on the ground for ETN last week.
2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
You look at this Colt defense.
Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
They spent the week at practice, and we know our rating's not that great, and we know we're facing the #1 passing team in the league, but there are some things that we can do to give ourselves a chance in this game.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Eluding the pressure right.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Straight ahead, ETN.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down.
ETN once more.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Going for it, here's ETN.
Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Quick throw out wide, and Pierce has got it. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Quick throw into the hands of Pittman.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, it's Richardson, and unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Touchdown, Colts! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Colts get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about,
look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Calvin Ridley, touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, 75 yards.
And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 71 yards.
How about we shine a little spotlight on the offensive line? Those big guys up front are creating nice space, nice gaps for them to run through. I think he's going to go for over 100 yards in this game.
And Taylor going to pick up the Colts' first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
19 Tigers.
Now Richardson back to throw it.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd and 4. They go play action with Richardson. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Indy. 45 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Richardson. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football, as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
Lawrence from his end zone.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
A short throw to Ingram. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. That is caught.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart, yeah, even for a talent. And got his man, complete.
Big strides, look at him go.
Touchdown. Evan Ingram, 73 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got him, took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. 5 plays there on that drive.
And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Indy set to go on offense once more.
That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
3rd and 2. Here's Richardson to throw.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Foyesade Lurican
in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now out come the Jags. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
Yeah, big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here they're trying to make it 3 in a row.
Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
On second down, Etienne once more.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Lawrence.
And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 18. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A handoff running left is Etienne.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Open man is Kirk, complete. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it.
And they'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown.
Travis Etienne.
Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Jaguars have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
2nd and 10. Richardson looking to throw this.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Richardson working from the gun. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin.
And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field.
And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission.
11.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
And they'll run with Etienne.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal. And quickly they get to the line.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Richardson's throw caught by Pierce.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Meanwhile, Richardson's throw into the hands of Pittman here.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
On second down, it's Richardson to throw it. And he's got Pierce.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And Gay knocks this one through, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Colts going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Come on.
Throwing again, it's Richardson on second down.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
On third down, here's Richardson.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs on getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
Taken in at the 22.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At the 34.
They'll look to ETN to start things out.
Able to slither by.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
On 1st down, Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN.
They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 8. Now Lawrence.
And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Now Lawrence to throw.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Lawrence on 3rd down.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Samson Abukum able to record his 5th sack of the season. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this will remain an 18-point lead.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Richardson. This one finds Pierce on the out route.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
2nd and 10, back to the air with Richardson.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Jaguars are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Escaping the pressure right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Now Lawrence.
able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. A Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Mustang 19.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Richardson's throw pulled in by Woods. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Richardson looking to throw.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Fielded just inside the 20. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
23. All right, here we go. Done.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Over the middle, it's caught by Ridley. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
Lawrence will throw.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Now Lawrence changing the play.
Here we go.
A handoff for Etienne.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. We have played 3 quarters. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4.
Take right open.
Here's Lawrence.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the...
Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted.
Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
And the Colts will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now Richardson back to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Richardson to throw. That complete to Downs.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Just a gain of a couple there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Back to the air with Richardson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Colts first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Now it's Richardson. He'll get this one to Pittman.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Richardson working from the gun. That's complete to Pierce.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
2nd down, here's Richardson. This pass left side to Downs.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 21.
Richardson.
This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Big 13 heavy.
On 1st down, right back to Etienne. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Another tote for Etienne.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Etienne is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
One more time with Etienne.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Rolling to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Jaguars add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Ashton Doolin now to return. And he returns this to the 22.
Holding, receiving team.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
1st and 10. Richardson looks to throw it. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce.
And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down.
Delivers another one to Pierce.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
2nd and 5. From the shotgun, Richardson.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Again, it's Richardson.
Throw left side complete. That's Taylor. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Colts
Alert! Check!
Richardson looking to throw this.
Touchdown, Colts. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Colts get a bit closer.
Gay is on for the point after. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So this drive spans 7 plays. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the Jaguars. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much, too.
So for the Jaguars, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week.